could be announcement either from down south or from minority community, either from Sikh community or from Muslim community. That's what the sources are suggesting. But that has to be announced by the BJP's top leadership. And for that purpose, BJP's parliamentary board meeting is right now underway. Prime Minister will also join as and when he reaches here. What we are also learning is that there are names like former Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Captain Amrinder Singh, Thawar Chand Gehlot's name is also there. Jagdeep Dhankar's name is also doing rounds. So multiple names are there on which there could be a discussion taking place in this parliamentary board meeting. But right now as we are speaking, top leaders have already reached. Prime Minister will be reaching any minute from now, and as and when he reaches, then officially parliamentary board meet would begin, and where we can expect a press conference to be done by top leadership of BJP in an hour or so after the brainstorming on these names take place, and one particular name is finalized. If we talk about opposition strategy, tomorrow opposition is going to hold its meet on the same in Parliament. This time opposition is keeping its cards close to its chest because Yes, right now we are seeing these pictures, Shravan, of Prime Minister reaching, and he will go there inside this meet, and then parliamentary board meet will begin. Right now as we are speaking, top leaders have already reached, Prime Minister has also reached, and he will also take part in this parliamentary board meet. Like we were telling to our viewers about the opposition strategy, tomorrow opposition is going to hold its meeting where it will discuss on the opposition's vice presidential candidate. Remember that opposition is going to announce tomorrow its vice presidential candidate, because this time opposition does not want to take any kind of chance like they did in Yashwant Sinha episode. What we are also learning is that there could be a name from the Congress leader itself who will be the vice presidential candidate of opposition political parties. Opposition is for very first trying to hear in from NDA about its vice presidential candidate, because last time when Yashwant Sinha's name was announced, after that we saw Draupadi Murmu's name was announced. The opposition political parties, few of them, they later on came out and they extended their support to Draupadi Murmu, which was being seen as a big setback to opposition political parties, and that is why opposition is now strategizing, and tomorrow they are going to hold meet on their vice presidential candidate. Right now we are seeing these pictures of Prime Minister whose cavalcade is inside the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters, and he will be going there at the 5th floor where there is a meeting hall where top leaders of BJP, including BJP's national president JP Nadda, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and many other members of parliamentary board are already present. Prime Minister will go and join them, and then officially the board meeting will begin. So it's a big day for BJP, as it is going to brainstorm on India's vice presidential candidate. Like we were telling to our viewers that yes, there are deliberations going on the names from a minority community or a top leader from the down south, but that has to be announced by BJP's top leadership. Last time when BJP's parliamentary meet had taken place, the announcement was made by BJP's national president JP Nadda right at the same place from where I am reporting, at the same conference hall where JP Nadda had come, and he had announced the name of Draupadi Murmu, after which saw as to how many political parties from opposition, even they came out and they extended their support to Draupadi Murmu. So this time opposition is trying its best to deliberate on a name which is more popular from the name that would be announced by NDA. So that is why tomorrow they are going to hold meeting. Prime Minister has just reached. He will take part in parliamentary board meeting, and very sure, and in a few minutes from now, we will also get pictures from inside the parliamentary board meeting where top ministers are already sitting. We are just seeing Union Home Minister Amit Shah is there, who has welcomed Prime Minister inside the BJP headquarters, and now Prime Minister is going there at the 5th floor where there is a conference hall where the meeting will begin, and Prime Minister will take part in that, and then the moment he reaches there, officially the parliamentary board meeting will begin. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is there to welcome him, to felicitate him. And now both leaders are going inside the BJP headquarters, and then deliberations will begin on the name of a vice presidential candidate. We'll have to wait and watch how the opposition is going to further strategize. Tomorrow, Shaman, what we are given to understand is that they will be meeting of opposition political parties where they will be announcing their vice presidential candidate.
Piyush, we just saw pictures coming in of Prime Minister arriving at the BJP headquarters, received by President JP Nadda. And before that, we had pictures of Home Minister Amit Shah having arrived already. Please tell us who all are present. The Parliamentary Board also has Senior Minister in the Cabinet, Rajnath Singh, and Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister. Have they arrived? Who all are there? And how long before the meeting begins?
Well, Abhishek, all top leaders of Parliamentary Board, they have already arrived, which includes BJP's National President JP Nadda, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh Shivraj Singh Chauhan, BL Santosh is also there, and other leaders of BJP, they are already present there. And we have just seen the pictures of Prime Minister reaching, and now as he has reached, officially the meeting would begin, and deliberations on the name of NDA's vice presidential candidate will take place. Also, if you talk about the numbers, BJP has got a 394 in its kitty, and to elect a vice president, a group needs 390 votes in its favor. So it would be a cakewalk for NDA as a vice presidential candidate, but opposition does not want to, opposition does not want to be seen as the one losing this entire election, and that is why it is going to have its own meet, have its own discussions tomorrow. Before that, there will be deliberations on vice presidential candidate of NDA. What we are given to understand is that there could be discussion on a name from down south, because we have seen how BJP had held its national executive meet there in Telangana, and at that time we were given to understand is that now the BJP is going to focus completely on southern states. BJP was on Mission South, and if not from down south, then there could be a name coming in from minority community, either from Sikh community or from Muslim community. Remember that names were doing rounds of a former Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Captain Amrinder Singh's name was also being discussed. In fact, name of West Bengal Governor Jagdeep Dhankar was also being, it had also cropped out. Thawar Chand Gehlot's name has also come out. So multiple names are there which are doing rounds. As of now, nothing has been finalized, and that would be finalized by BJP's Parliamentary Board. We can expect a press conference to be done by top leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party. Last time when Draupadi Murmu's name was announced for the presidential candidate, it was JP Nadda who, along with other leaders, had come in this same press conference hall from where we are right now reporting, and they had announced the name of Draupadi Murmu as an NDA's presidential candidate. This time, or again, we can expect after the Parliamentary Board meet comes to an end, name of NDA's vice presidential candidate be announced by the top leadership of BJP. Why is it so? Because the last date of filing nomination is 19th of July, and before that NDA has to announce. And on the other side, tomorrow, Abhishek, we are telling to our viewers that tomorrow opposition will be holding its meet where it is going to have a deliberation on its face. So we'll have to wait and watch who will be the name from NDA's side.